Good morning, Instagram! Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Nia Waterhouse. This is Morning Meditation at 9 o'clock on this beautiful Tuesday morning. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm so happy that we could be gathered together for the collective intention of creating and existing in our heart and having fun and being lovely and being loved by one another. Okay, great. Let's get started. So I always like to start with an intention setting and with a prayer, just so we can understand why we're here, so we can bring all the cooperative components together, and so we can really rest in the beautiful, magnificent space of our heart and of our joy. Shh, cat, you're too loud. Okay, okay, so let's get started. Most wondrous, most beautiful, most sacred, most generous, most gracious Creator, lovely, 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 sweet Mother and beloved Father, we thank you. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you for this here opportunity to gather in the heart space of love, to recognize ourselves once again at the center of love, to see ourselves and know ourselves as we truly are. Thank you for this opportunity to be in tune with all that is. Thank you for this opportunity to get into flow with who we are. Thank you for this opportunity to say thank you, this opportunity to be appreciative, this opportunity for a renewed awareness so we can be once again made whole, made fresh, made love in this space, in this moment, and in this heart. That in our gathering together, we will practice the vibration we wish to exist in this day and every day. By our gathering together, that we have the empowerment of the spirit, of the ancestors, of the elementals, of all those non-physical beings that are here to help serve us, here to help love us, here to help be on our side. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this here opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this here opportunity to be loved and be loved. Amen. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. My earrings are flopping. Okay. So today I have a short message that I want to bring forth. Today I have a very short message that I want to bring forth. Today I want to talk about flow. Today I want to talk about flow. Today I want to talk about the power of being in flow and what we can do to allow ourselves to be in flow. Okay, here we go. This weekend, this Memorial Day weekend, because it was rainy here in New York, we spent the weekend watching this show called Alone. And Alone is basically, at least the first season, is 10 guys get dropped off in a really tough terrain and are able to bring 10 items with them and basically just have to survive, as long as they can. And the last person there wins $500,000. And what this show, what watching Alone really clarified in a beautiful way for me was that this world exists in seasons. And we're aware of this, right? Like, we see the seasons. We know there's winter in some places you live. You don't even have to deal with the seasons. But the world has its own natural order on which it operates. And in this natural order, all things come in due time. And so, because we've industrialized to this degree, we have found ourselves separated in a large part from the natural order of the world, other than when it seems to be inconveniencing us or pleasing us, right? Like, our perception of the flow of the world is through the lens of our own pleasure, of our own situation, of our own desirousness for it. But what was really, and that is a gift, right? A gift that we've been able to evolve to a place where we can be at peace, be safe, be secure, be understood, be taken care of, be protected, be outside of the elements, right? We have created this for ourselves, right? Congratulations, humans. We have created a world for ourselves in which we can be safe outside of the natural flow, outside of the natural rhythm, in which we can have abundance, in which we can have ready access to the things that we need outside of the flow of the earth, outside of the flow of the seasons. And that's beautiful, and that's powerful, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to be able to be outside of the natural elements, to not have to be a victim, if you will, to the natural elements. We wanted to be able to exist on our own, independently from whatever nature decided to give us. And that's great, right? That we've been able to get to this point. But in growth, you oftentimes recognize that sometimes the things that you have left behind are things you need to go back for, right? That we've come all the way to this point and recognize that, there are things that we left behind that would greatly benefit our being. And so, in watching this show alone this weekend, I realized that the people who were most successful in surviving in nature by themselves were those who were intentional and adaptable in getting into the rhythm of nature. Those who were both best able to survive were those who were intentional and adaptable about getting into the flow of nature. This meant that they were aware of the changes and the seasons around them and allowed themselves to become a part of it. Okay. So we too have created our own flow of work and play and socialization to a degree. However, this flow has aligned us with our sense of duty, our sense of obligation, our sense of work, our sense of what is important, right? Our sense of hustle. This flow has aligned us with our sense of struggle, has aligned us with our sense of every day I gotta go out and put the hand to the plow. Every day I gotta work for it. We have aligned ourselves in the flow of hard work, in the flow of struggle, in the flow of negative thoughts, in the flow of limitation. We have aligned ourselves with the flow of needing to have to feel affirmed. We have aligned ourselves with the flow of smallness, with the flow of competition, with the flow of insecurity. We have deeply entrenched ourselves in the flow of comparison, in the flow of ungroundedness. We have deeply entrenched ourselves into that flow as we have continued to advance technologically. And many of us have found that that flow is no longer working for us. Many of us are finding that that flow no longer serves us, it's no longer pleasing to us. And so we're enacting habits, we're building awarenesses, we're collaborating collectively to bring ourselves to a place that feels good, that feels peaceful, that feels level, that feels more akin to who we truly are. And all of this is beautiful. All of this is the cyclical nature of growth and creation. I'm here, though, to offer you a new awareness that says that all the opportunity, all the resources, all the desires, all the gushy, yum parts of our life that we wish to exist in the material world, that we can access within our hearts, that all the parts of ourselves that we wish to be in communion with here in the material world, that our access to those are not predicated on our work. Our access to those are predicated on our flow, are predicated on our adaptability, our surrender, and our alignment with the natural flow of all that is. That our ability to be successful in bringing forth the true desires of our heart is predicated purely on our ability to observe the flow of the universe and to allow ourselves to flow with it, to flow with it, to flow with it. Now, it is true that this requires a shift of orientation, which requires energy. 1,000% requires energy to shift from the orientation of hustle, of hard work, of struggle, into the orientation of adaptability, the practice of letting go, the posture of openness to receive, the attuning of ears to hear and hearts to believe. Right? This 1,000% is a shift in orientation and will at times feel laborious and will at times feel strenuous. Right? However, once we are able to plant ourselves, to ground ourselves in the stream of abundance, in the stream of receiving, in the posture, once we allow ourselves to assume the posture, then we get to stay rooted in that flow, right? And it's like this. If you've never done yoga before, getting into some of those poses is going to require energy, is going to require determination, is going to require a will and an imagination, right? But once you already know how to enter into the posture, and here I am talking about a posture of openness, a practice of letting go and a practice of receiving, a practice of adaptability and total surrender with a heart full of faith. This is the practice and the posture that I am talking about. Once we are able to orient ourselves towards this posture, then just as the river brings in high tide, and with the high tide come fish, and with the high tide come resources, and with the high tide come opportunities, and with the high tide come water, and with the low tide come new opportunities, right? Once we are allowing ourselves to be one with that flow, it's like this. I want to cross the street so bad. I want to cross the street. And it's not that the street is unavailable for me to cross. At any moment, I can cross the street. I can. I have the power. I have the awareness. I have the wherewithal, right? I have the resources. I have the adapt. I can cross the street. However, there are times in which it is most optimal for me to cross. And there are signals and signs in which I can be aware of that let me know when I can cross with optimal ease, with peace, without a sense of worry or anxiety. There are times in which I can make this pilgrimage with great pleasure. Right? With great pleasure. I can go as slow as I want. I can go as fast as I want, right? There are times in which this opportunity is available to me, right? And not just once. It's not that, oh, if I didn't go this one time, now it's done. No, there are continuously new opportunities available. However, just like a road, there are times which the opportunity is not in season. The opportunity is not in season. Just like the fruit is not yet ripe, you can eat it. If you want to, you have that ability, you have that awareness, you have that strength. You know, if you get sick, you have the power of this healing body to help you, right? But there is a perfect timing. There is a perfect timing that exists in which there is the fullness of offering to you. There is a perfect timing in which there is a fullness that is being offered to you, in which it is dripping and fat and rich for your taking. There is a perfect time where the desires of your heart are ripe for your taking, right? And our opportunity is to practice the posture of awareness in hearing when that time is, in seeing when that time is, in feeling the voice that calls us forward that says, now beloved, now come forward, now act, right? And you could go at any time. You could eat the fruit at any time. You could cross the street at any time. Whatever you want. You're just gonna have to work much harder. And we've convinced ourselves that life is crossing a busy street. We've convinced ourselves that, oh, you're not really out here doing things unless you crossing in the middle of a road on a 4-lane highway. You're not really out here doing your thing unless you're fighting against the flow of nature and the flow of life. You're not really working unless you're going against the flow. And I'm here to tell you today, Miss Lauryn Hill said, it could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Why? Beloved, hear me when I say there is ripe fruit waiting for you in due season. Over and over again, this ripe opportunity awaits you. And it only requires your willingness to be aware of the right time, right? And you don't have to be a astronomist, to understand the stars, to understand what is happening. You don't have to have an almanac, right? Like all these things are tools that we have used to get into alignment with the seasons. But you already have the guide within. And your guide is pointing you to your favorite fruit. Your guide knows what your favorite fruit is, knows exactly when your body needs to eat and exactly what your body needs, and is offering you exactly what you need at the right time in the right place, right? That we can take all the energy that we have been expending and trying to cross a busy road and use that and put that energy into allowing our eyes to see, into allowing our ears to hear, into allowing our hearts to feel, into allowing our hands to be open, into practice of letting go, into the practice of faithfulness, into the practice of trust, right? That all this exertion and effort and struggle and storytelling, all of that we can reclaim. We can reclaim all of it. All of it. All of it. We can reclaim and give it to ourselves. Give it to our hearts. Give it to our relationships. Give it to our restfulness. And allow ourselves to be aware of when the signal says go. And just enjoy. And just enjoy. Walk and enjoy. Wait and enjoy. Cross and enjoy. Eat and enjoy. Right? Sit and be pleased and be satisfied and be excited and anticipatory and enjoy, because I know the fruit is always growing, right? And there's new fruits in different seasons, ones I have never had before, ones I'm excited to try. And because I know the grower of the fruit is also the knower of my heart. The grower of the fruit is also the protector of my soul, that I can trust that all fruit that is growing is coming in perfect timing. And because I have decided to commit myself to posture, not commit myself to struggle or to hard work or to stories of lack or to limitations or to smallness or to false anything, that I have committed myself to the posture of receiving, the posture of faithfulness, the posture of communion, the posture of patience, the posture of rejoicing. Because I have committed myself to this posture, I can rest assured that I will see the goodness of God. That I will see the goodness, that I will taste and see, that I will be stilled and know that I will receive life and more life. That the gift of God is life and more life. So, rest, beloved. Rest. Reclaim your energy. Resist the stories of hard work and receive the blessed abundance of flow. Allow yourself to be in a posture of patience, a posture of rejoicing, a posture of pleasure, a posture of pleasure. So whether you are waiting for the light to turn or whether you are crossing, you can rest in the deep satisfaction of the relationship, the deep satisfaction of the journey, and the deep satisfaction of your own being. That we don't have to waste our time or our energy working hard. That's done. It's over. I threw it out the window. I threw it out the window. The working hard, the trying to fulfill expectations, the knowing what's going to happen, the trying to predict. I threw it out the window, and I just let this heart dream. I just let this heart breathe. I just let this heart teach, right? I just let this heart love. I just let this heart feel. And that it's you here, you have the guide, you have the answers, you have the wisdom, you have the courage, you have the strength, you have the instructions, you, here, within, born with you, here, the greatest teacher that you will ever encounter, here. The greatest peace you will ever encounter here. The greatest love that you could ever feel here. The greatest comforting that you could ever experience here. The greatest direction and the greatest pleasure and the greatest sense of being seen is here. It's here. It's here. That it's not out there and 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 it's not out there. It's not in them and it's not in him and it's not in her. It's not in them. It's not in that job. It's not in any of that. It's here. It's here, and it's calling, 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 and it's calling to you, and it's calling to you, and it's calling to you, and it's calling to you. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Open, 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 open. Release, receive, release, receive. Open, 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 and all that is required, great beloved, all that is required is your willingness. All that is required is your willingness. So say yes today. Say yes now. Over and over again, say yes to love. Say yes to your heart. Say yes to being guided. Say yes to feeling loved. To say yes to feeling whole. Say yes to releasing old stories. Say yes to having new ideas about who you can be. Say yes to allowing your dreams to move you. Say yes to allowing yourself to dream. Say yes to allowing yourself to feel good. Say yes to allowing yourself to feel loved. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes to your heart that beckons to love you. That beckons to love you. Say yes to your joy that beckons to please you. Say yes to peace that beckons to still you. Say yes. Say yes. What? Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. That's all I got for you today. Yeah. Over and over again, the word is the same. Yes. Yes to love. Yes to peace. Yes to patience. Yes to joy. Yes to ease. Yes to ease. Yes to freedom from financial bondage. Yes. From freedom from mental bondage. Yes. Yes. I say yes to living the life of my dream. I say yes to letting my heart be the dreamer. I say yes to letting God reveal God's glory in this life. I say yes to letting all wonderful things enrapture me. I say yes to allowing pleasure to undergird my experiences. I say yes to feeling peace in this body. I say yes to feeling whole in this body. I say yes to feeling love in this body. I say yes to feeling safe in this body. I say yes to releasing all things that are no longer serving me. I say yes to allowing new ideas of myself to come and surprise me. I say yes to pleasure and delight. I say yes, I say yes, I say yes, I say yes, I say yes to allowing a new song of gratefulness to spring forth from my mouth. I say yes to allowing a new song of gratefulness and rejoicing to spring forth from my heart. I say yes to allowing my eyes to see the minute ways in which blessings are surrounding me. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Today, I say yes to my life. Today, I say yes to my heart. Today, I say yes to love, yes to peace, yes to joy, yes to release, yes to new lessons, yes to gentle lessons, yes to learning quickly, yes to learning easily, yes to being transformed, yes to being liberative, yes to being liberated, yes to feeling good, yes to feeling good, yes to feeling good, yes to allowing the most mundane things of life to please me, yes to feeling pleased, yes, 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 yeah, yeah. Right? What a wonderful experience that God is offering us all of this. And our only job is to say yes. That's our only job, to say yes, to keep saying yes, to keep saying yes. I love you all. 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 Thank you for entering into this beautiful heart space with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for deciding it was important to maintain this energy of the heart, to start our day with amplifying it so we may continue to move through our lives with this very energy. I'll be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day so we can continue to come into and cultivate this love energy in ourselves, in our community, on our online platforms, everywhere we are, allowing this energy to flow through us and with us and as us. I love you all. Peace, 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 peace today, and God bless you.